Good morning, White Tigers! Welcome to Grace and Grit Week 3. All right, here's the deal. Lots to cover today and very little time. Actually, Dad's got a lot of time because he got a late start, so my commute will be like 3 times longer than it normally is. But regardless, let's not waste time. Let's get right to it today. Let's start with the small stuff, then let's get to the big stuff. How's that sound? All right. Yesterday, week 1 officially kicked off on Thursday, but football really felt like it got underway yesterday. An incredible slate of games that included the Cardinals, as we went over, losing to the Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford, although not the best quarterback in the league, he is the quarterback for the Detroit Lions and just signed a deal with his team to make him the highest paid quarterback in all of the league. Well, he earned his money yesterday, throwing for 267 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, unfortunately, Arizona's offense could not get anything going. We are now 0-1. We look to turn it around next week against the Los Angeles Rams. And last night, you missed it. The Cowboys, I know you guys have a little interest in that. Cowboys did win against the New York Giants. Odell Beckham Jr. was inactive because he was injured, which made it a little bit easier of a victory, I like to think, for the Dallas Cowboys. Off to baseball. The Cleveland Indians have won 18 straight games. They are 2 away from the MLB record of 20-0. They are unbelievable right now. They went to the World Series last year, and they're looking to do the same thing again this year. The D-backs are back on track. They lost 2 in a row after winning 13 straight games, but they won last night behind Robbie Ray with 12 strikeouts. Oh, the Braves, they did win, but guess what happened? That it's this early in September, and still the Nationals clinched their division, which is where the Braves are at. So basically, the Braves could win every game from now on out, and the Nationals could lose every game, and the Nationals would still win the National League East. Angels are still 1 game back on the wild card. They got to make some magic happen because time is running out. All right, today we're not going to cover birthdays or any other historical event other than the one that is the most important, and that's September 11th, 2001 is when it happened. So 16 years ago. You guys are already familiar with it, but this is the day that the Twin Towers in New York City were brought down when 2 jetliners ran into them. There were a couple other things that went on, but I do remember, for me, and I think it'd be interesting for Mom to tell you guys where she was at, but every morning would watch a little bit of the news so that I could impress my English teacher, Miss Lawson, because we would always start the class with what was going on in the news, what we thought was interesting, and we could talk about it. So I'd always catch a little piece. And as I'm watching, the second plane, the one tower is on fire. The second plane runs into the other tower, and there were so many unanswered questions, and then the towers had burned so hot, the towers ended up collapsing and coming down. It was unbelievable. There was wildly brave men and women that were firefighters going up into the towers right before they came down to try to save people. It was, although one of the worst things that ever had happened in terms of terrorism and an attack on our country, it is an incredible display of bravery, and our country really rallied with and behind each other as we went to go take care of who did this, and ultimately we did with Osama bin Laden. George W. Bush was the president at the time, and he went down to ground zero, and he made a statement, dude, we're gonna get these guys, and darn it, we did. And so that's a lot of what Dad has done since he's been in the military, although I joined in 2007, has been to take care of these guys who not only wished to do us harm, but did do us harm. It's also important to remember that it wasn't 2 planes that went down that day. There were 4. There was one that hit the Pentagon. I don't know if you remember that building that Dad kind of drives by, and I'm like, hey, there's a Pentagon. Hit the Pentagon. Many people died in that. And then there was another one, Flight 93. It went down in Pennsylvania out in the woods. And the reason why I did that is because some brave men on that plane said, no, ain't happening. Not on the flight that I'm on. So they went and they took over the cockpit. Although they all died, they saved many, many, many lives with their brave acts. So it was an incredible day in terms of acts of bravery, but also incredible for the devastation. So continue to pray for not only our country and the leader. Right now it's Donald Trump, that he makes good decisions, but we pray for those who lost loved ones and who maybe they realize this is probably a difficult day for them. And in that, I'm not sure what year it was, but this was declared National Patriot Day. And so Patriot Day is a day of remembrance. It's a day of honor towards our country and those who have served. And so keep that in mind as well. All right, guys, it's Monday. Family schedule. Easton, you have practice at 5 o'clock. Be ready or be square. Now, weather-wise, great day. 73 degrees, sunny. Tomorrow looks like rain. Thursday looks like rain. So catch your eye, man. I hope you got practice again this week. But we will persevere no matter what happens. And other thing on the schedule, Mom's running after work today, or after that practice, and then we're doing family devotional. And lastly, here's a couple fun facts for you. Terranophobia. Can you see that? Terranophobia. It is a name for a condition for somebody that has a fear of being tickled by feathers. Terranophobia. Also, when hippopotami get upset, their blood actually their sweat turns red. How about that? Okay. Guys, have a great day. I love you. I will see you in a few short 8 or 9 hours.